Y'all, I'm gonna get straight into why being flight crew is tea when it comes to non-rev travel. So boom, yesterday I flew in from Jamaica. It is a very busy season. It's actually Jamaica's independence, and a time was had, and everybody and their mama was in Jamaica. I had friends that were trying to get their parents back or their travel companion back, and it was just not happening, y'all. That's how booked the flights are. And I'm telling y'all right now, the standby community is missing Spirit Airlines because passengers had more options to travel. Now we're down in airlines, so guess what? Everyone's flying on every other airline, and that means standby travel is difficult. So for those of you that don't know, if you work for most airlines, they offer free travel to their employees, whether you're flight crew, whether you're customer service, whether you're in HR. Pretty much all employees of the company have access to these travel benefits, including their family or whoever their travel companion is, right? Boom. So yesterday, y'all, I wake up and I check the list, and I have never seen this before in my 7 years of non-revving. That's what we call it, non-revenue passengers standby. There was 40 something passengers on standby. Baby, what? So I took today off because I was just like, worst case scenario in my head, I'm like, it's gonna be a lot of flight attendants trying to get through. No problem. I get to the airport and it's packed, and I walk up to the ticket counter, and as flight crew, you know who's who. I ain't even gonna lie. First of all, you can tell us by our luggage. Most of us just still use our work luggage when we're traveling personally. So you see flight crew bags or whatever, and some people wear their lanyards. I don't wear my lanyard. We're technically not supposed to wear a lanyard when we're non-revving. But I knew I had to jump seat, so I had to put on my lanyard. So we get to the ticket counter, and there's 6 flight attendants, y'all. Now, mind you, the flight's oversold. They're offering people money to give up their seats. So we knew we weren't going to get a seat. And side note, they were people there for like 3 days trying to get out of there. But they were like regular airline employees and travel companions, like people traveling with their airline person or whatever. So there was like 5 or 6 flight attendants. So there are 3 extra jump seat on the plane. So we know, boom, the first 3 flight attendants that check in is going to get it. So another perk of my airline, or when you're looking for an airline, find an airline that's first come, first serve, okay? It goes by when you check in. So boom, I'm the 4th flight attendant. So I'm like, dang, I'm not going to get on. But when I tell you, baby, one of the flight attendants got stuck in traffic, and she had to check a bag, and you're supposed to check the bag with the flight that you're going on. So boom, she couldn't get on this flight. So that's 3 seats. All 3 of us, the first 3 flight attendants got on this flight, y'all. Them passengers were looking at us like, and the other non-rev standbys that's been trying for days to get on can't, because they can't ride in the jump seat. So only flight attendants can ride in the jump seats in the cabin, and there's jump seats in the flight deck for pilots. So let me tell you, baby, I would not be anything less than flight crew, because even when a flight is oversold, we getting up out of there. We getting up out of there. So then there was another flight after. So then the other 3 flight attendants would be able to, it was the same type of aircraft. So then, you know, the other 3 are going to get out that day versus the other people. Baby, today they probably still stuck there because flights are oversold, and they were offering people to give up their seats to fly out like next week, Monday. Today is Wednesday, y'all. That's how packed and crazy traveling has been. And it's summer. So, and y'all, be flight crew. If you're gonna work for the airline, be flight crew. Okay? Some people legit just do this so they can have access to flight benefits. I am people. All right, if you guys have any questions about non-rev traveling, there are so many people that do videos on it, but I just wanted to specifically tell you how fortunate it is as flight crew to be able to jump seat. So I'm getting where I need to go, and I'm getting back home. Oh, and real quick, requirements for the jump seat. Obviously, you have to be a flight attendant. Number 2, no, we do not have to be in uniform. We only have to wear our lanyard. And number 3, we are not allowed to sleep in a jump seat. And number 4, we can't consume alcohol. So that's the downside of jump seat, and kind of upside because you don't have to be in uniform. So it did get kind of weird because, you know, passenger seat with a lanyard and they're, you know, you're sitting like the jump seat I was in is facing the passengers. Like, can I have something to drink? And in my head, I'm like, do you see me in uniform? But, you know, they assume you're working because you're sitting in that seat. So yeah, those are the requirements to sit in a jump seat while you're non-revving, while you're a standby passenger. Okay.